edition of the Monday Night Football. Very interesting edition, of course, Monday Night Football. As you already know, today we'll be talking about the Gambian national team. We'll be talking about their participation through the World Cup qualifiers. We've seen they've lost against Burundi. They've also lost today against Ivory Coast. We'll be talking about that. Will be our main talking point. We'll not be discussing any other thing apart from that. And then we also want to invite the fans, the viewers, people who always watch and follow Monday Night Football to also join us on this program, sending their messages via our Facebook page on the Star TV. The program is live. You can send us your comment, and then you can also send us what we call your video. Monday Night Football. You can, if you're at your house, and then you want to contribute to the program. You want your voice to be heard. You want to talk about the game. The only thing that you have to do is just to send us a WhatsApp video on 311-7529. That's just 1 minute. 1 minute WhatsApp video. You send it to 311-7529. It's just it will be, the number will be showcased on the screen very soon, so that you can send your WhatsApp videos also, so that people can also hear your comments. They can hear your concern regarding the game. Right here with me, of course, on my left, it is another person other than Mbaye Kor as usual, and then I also have Ibrahima Campo Jata on my right. Mbaye, you welcome to Monday Night Football.
Sarah, thank you very much once again. I'm saying good evening to our viewers, those viewing us at home, and those also following us online. Let them keep tuning each other on Monday. Very interesting stories coming their way.
All right, thank you very much. That is Mbaye Kor. Campo?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sarah. Good evening to our wonderful viewers. We welcome them another exciting Monday Night Football. Let them state you. It's going to be another interesting Monday Night Football today.
Of course, it's going to be another interesting Monday Night Football right here on Star TV. As you already know, Ivory Coast beat Gambia 2-0, following a team affairs at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium, National Stadium. Ivory Coast managed to bag their second win in the current 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers with a 2-0 victory over Gambia on Monday. The Elephant held most of the ball during the opening exchange of the game, but provided little danger going forward, with Gambia defending inside the area. Ivory Coast looked to get a passing redeem, going from defensive settings. Ivory Coast continue to see more of the ball during their first 20 minutes, while the Gambia produced one goal scoring chance during this period. As the game progressed, neither side provided any real threat towards their respective defenses, with only 2 shots being produced as the 35th minutes roll on. Ivory Coast continued to dominate play throughout the first half, but often falls short of the final hurdle. Nonetheless, the Elephants' pressure paid off, on the stroke of half-time, as Christian Kwame opened the scoring with a finish from close range. Much like in the first half, Ivory Coast dominated play at the beginning of the second half. It appeared, though, as Gambia were only content with surrendering the ball to the visitors and sitting back, to defend in the 18-yard area. With our play at the Benjamin Stadium, Ivory Coast actively searched for a second goal, but battled to break Gambians' low block. The Scorpions attacked in sporadic moments and offered a little threat to the Ivory Coast in doing so. Nonetheless, Ivory Coast scored an assurance goals 5 minutes from time as Sekou Fofana latched onto a well-timed pass, by Frank Kessie inside the area before putting the ball in the back of the net, making it 2-0. Ivory Coast went on to secure their second victory in the current set of African 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Looking at the team that Gambia played, we all know that coach Tom St. Faith made 5 changes to the team that started against Burundi. Buba Sane, Daudangam, Seidi Janko, and Aliou Fadera all start, this time. Most notably is the first ever Gambian appearance for Wrexham Jacob Mendy, who replaces Ismaila Jom at left back. The rest are all fit and on the bench. You look at the starting 11, for the Gambia. We have Modou Diop, Jacob Mendy, Omar Colley, Buba Sane, Seidi Janko, Aliou Fadera, Daudangam, Noah Sonko, Ivo Adams, Ablai Jallo, and then we also have the Musa Barrow. It was a disappointment for the Gambia. A lot of people, went onto social media, on Facebook, to vent their anger. Somewhere on WhatsApp, showing their anger at the display that the Gambia players did. So we're very, very frustrated, with the tactics that the coach played. For Gambians, they believe that the coach is denying Gambia to play the beautiful game, attack and then, score goals. That's what we know Gambian for. But at the end of the day, it was 2 losses for the Gambia in less than a week, which is very, very sad in the history of the Gambia. A nation that is rising, a nation that wants to participate, in international football. We just know that the AFCON is just at the corner. And with the display that the Gambia is displaying right now, it's very sad that if this continues, what will happen is the Gambia, of course, will have to sit down, say bye-bye in the first round, of the Africa Cup of Nations. In Cameroon, it was a different ball game. Because by then, a lot of nations don't know the tactics that Gambia is playing. But now, due to our performance at the AFCONs, at the previous AFCON, a lot of nations are, putting their attention, on Gambia, and they're studying the tactics that Coach Tom is playing. Will these tactics make us survive, in Ivory Coast, in the AFCON? I have 2 gentlemen right here with me, Campo and then Mbaikor. Campo, you've watched the game. You watched the 2 games. Gambia played against Burundi. Gambia played against Ivory Coast. At the end of the day, it was a dull game. They played, tactics that Gambia don't expect. Gambia expected at least against Burundi, we could have at least get a point, or we could have at least, win that game. But notwithstanding, we didn't. Against Ivory Coast, we thought that, okay, no matter what, at least we can pull up a point, against Ivory Coast. But at the end of the day, we lost the game.
Yes, I will say we lost the game, but before the game, the coach deliberately said it in his pre-match interview. He said that this quite around losing 2 or 3 games. If you lose it mathematically, you'll not be there. He said that he's going all out to have a draw against Ivory Coast, because he watched Ivory Coast against Seychelles. Seychelles is just a footballing nation, it's just a small island. Ivory Coast have to trust them 9-0. So he don't want to mention, but this was a deliberate fixture that he select for the Gambia because of playing Noah Sonko that had never been played in midfield. Even playing at the back, he always struggled. Daudangom, for a long time, he had not been playing. He's not competing. Playing that guy in the midfield. Ibu Adam also didn't play regular football for a long time. Also bringing Segu Jango, Jacob for fine. But only 3 offensive players that he brings. That is Aliou Fadera, Musa Barrow, and Ablai. And Ablai, he's not used to defending. Aliou Fadera is not used to defending. When the game started, with the first minute, Gambia were just defending. You can just see it from 5 minutes to up to that. They were just defending on their post. You can even hear the sound of the players. TLV, bag, you play, you continue, they're bad. Saying that, showing the evidence that they are fear to go. Just because we are just don't know about it. Because of football, defending is very, very difficult in football. The more you defend, you give yourself more tiredness. Because you will be tired, everybody will be tired, even your striker will be tired. That was happened to us in this game, because we were defending deeply, trying to defend the first half they're not going to concede. Maybe second half they can go be texted. The same thing that happened to against Cameroon. We play 7 defense, but the tactic will force half. But the second half they open up. And this type of tactic, if they score you first, they will score you again because immediately you want to get tactics and your tactic will be change again and they will score at you. This was total football. The football was today was totally poor. Definitely.
It was total poor.
Yeah. It is a deliberate tactic.
Total failure.
It's a deliberate tactic from Coach Tom. Also, players are playing regularly in their respective players. But look at the type of, if an agent is there watching this type of play, say, this is Musa Baro, this is Alufere, this is Ablajar, this type of football they play. Nobody knows this type of football.
Some people were even surprised, but Badamosi has to come late
on, and
Badamosi, you know,
yeah. But no striker in the game. Musa Baro is not a striker. Musa Baro is a mid-10 player and love to go at the flank right or the flank left. But look at the way they play. It was even the commentary said that Gambia is a one-way traffic. The entire force have no shot on target, no goal attempt, no corner. Only one corner in the dying minute. Then they make some tactics, bringing Hamza Bari and Ablajar. They didn't change. They want to play. Hamza tell them, let's play. But Ablajar has already made the damage. They score us 2-0 already. So they have not to play. Even they add 11 minutes. This type of football is not promising, it's not encouraging.
Okay, thank you very much, Campo. The type of football is not promising.
It's not encouraging.
It is not encouraging. It's a very, very poor tactics according to Ibrahima Campo Jata. Mbai, you've also watched the game. All Gambians expected, at least today, you know, we can get a point to kickstart, you know, at least our chances, you know, of playing, you know, in the World Cup. But as it seems right now, the way Gambia is playing, you know, it seems Gambians themselves has loose hopes, you know, on the national team. Honestly, they have loose hope with the team, with the coach. Some even, you know, attack the Gambia Football Federation, you know, that they are afraid to talk to Coach Tom. You know, it seems, you know, they're reluctant, you know, to face him and tell him, you know, the actual facts. What need to be done. But we just want to tell the fans, let them continue to send in their messages. We will, of course, read it. We've seen Lamin Kante and also Babili Mansa Jr. also, you know, send their messages. We will read them, and they can also, you know, make just short videos, 1 minute video, and then they send it to us on the number 3117529. And then if we play it live, of course, on Monday Night Football. Mbai, what's your verdict on the game?
Sarah, thank you very much once again for giving our viewers and followers the whole program for us to discuss about the Gambian game. It was unfortunate that the first game we could not come and talk about it due to it was not on Mondays. But like what I observed on the 2 games is against Burundi is lack of concentration that caused us to be conceding those goals according to my personal observation. But the boys really played well. They go all out to have what they want, but it was unfortunate. But like when I look at the game today, since I saw the release of the starting lineup, I for one lose hope. Simply because a team like Ivory Coast is going to be very hard to defend them for 90 minutes. And they said in the game of football, the best way to defend is to attack, and the best way to attack is to defend. So Tom could have tried to evaluate that tactic. Simply because this is not a competition whereby we need a draw to qualify or we need a draw to achieve something. This is a qualifier. You have more games to go. Go all out with what you have. Gambia, anytime I see that we played our midfield flanks, we always score goals because that's where our powers are. But to be honest, Badamosi's physicality could have earned him a starting lineup for the game like today. Why I say so is, Willy Bolly is so physical and tall. Serge Aurier is so physical. Players like Badamosi, even you bring them, he alone can be tussling with them. And Badamosi is always good on dropping balls. I wasn't seeing any reason why Badamosi could not have been given his starting lineup today.
Okay. All right. Mbai, haven't seen any reason why Badamosi should not have started. But Campo, were we expecting to win the game against Ivory Coast? We all know that we've performed very poorly against Burundi. At least, you know, Burundi was a game that Gambians have high hopes that at least we can, you know, get 3 points, you know, against Burundi. We all know Ivory Coast, you know, they're a giant nation when it comes to African football, because they have, you know, a high caliber of players, and then they invested so much, you know, into football. Were we expecting, you know, a win in today's game?
No, sir, we were expecting. First of all, the coach did not say he's going to win. He just said that he's going to play to have a point. That's what he.
Yeah, because he knows how good, you know.
Africa those days and Africa it's not the best. Africa, we saw them in the Africa Cup of Nations. They did not go far.
But we've seen them beat a team 9-0.
Yeah, Sicily even Gambia can beat Sicily.
Not now. We did. We were performing.
We did both poor performance. Maybe that thing by even shock us and draw us.
Yeah.
That's going to be a disaster. Coming to this game, yes, I was not expecting Gambia to beat Ivory Coast, because I watch Ivory Coast players. If you look at their players currently, cannot match their players. The hard fact is that Gambia, we don't have superstar. We don't have that top players.
We don't have the players that change the games.
That changes.
The game changes.
Yeah, we can just name 3 to 4 players, or 3 to 4 players that are playing top football in Europe. That is Ablaye Diallo. You will see the who play regularly. Also Alou Fadera. The rest are not playing regular football. The rest left Europe, went to Saudi Arabia, the like of Hassan, Badam Mosi and Musa. They are not competing to the high level. They are fact that we don't have that top superstar who can compete with the Ivorian players. We don't have it. Yeah. We cannot beat Burundi, who have 8 local based players. 10 players are playing in the East Africa, Tanzania, DRC, and Mozambique. They have only 1 professional from Nice, the other are from the championship in England, the others from Turkey. But Africa's players, they are top players that are playing for Fiorentina players. They are young players that they build, and they play with some experienced players, the like of Kechi, Uriye, and Siak of Fofana. That's it. Yeah, but you can see the fear for them. They know Gambia is going to play defensive football. That's why they were making easy football to try, because Gambia cannot defend the entire 90 minutes. You can't defend 90 minutes. Time to defend in football when you are leading or you want to draw a game. Starting with 70 minutes or 72 minutes to try and defend the last 18 minutes or 20 minutes. But that doesn't happen. We want to defend at the start from the face. We can't work. Africa has exposed us. Like Mbeko said, everybody knows the style of play that Ghana is doing now. And the AFCON is just at the corner. Cameroon is watching, Senegal is watching, and even Guinea is watching. So which team are we going to beat? They will say that this team will not come for football, they come for draw. Coach don't have to change the mind of the players. He is the coach of this ship. Football, they don't sack players. They sell you or they release you. Coach is to be blamed for this tactic. Also, I blame the player for upsetting his tactics. But if they don't upset it, he will change it and bring his player that will place it this one. You can even see, when we lose the ball, you see the entire team running back to their own half. Just like they fear. So I can't understand this game. I was not expecting Gambia to win this game. I was expecting Gambia to lose 3 to 4-0. That's what the coach put on the players' mind. That's why the players also play like this. So
okay, that's the hard fact. We get in comments, of course, comment on the Facebook page, of course. A lot of comments come in. We will read out some of the comments and then we continue our discussions. As you already know, Lamin Kante says, we really have good players, but the problem is the coach, that is Coach Tom. Babeli Mansa Junior says, Tom is very boring coach. I can enjoy the game. The Gambia only play good football in the last 10 minutes. And then Sekou Kaba Dansire said, definitely this is not football, is very sad. Babel says we need another coach because Tom, we will not achieve anything in football. How can they compete? Hadi Jallo said, how can they compete with the defensive football? All right, and then Badujeng says football is win and lose. Babel says with this kind of formation, even the Gambia played with 18 players, they can win Ivory Coast. All right, football is win or lose. We all know that. All right, and then we lose, let's say respectably, you know, 2-0, because we've seen Ivory Coast, you know, hammer the team, you know, 9-0. So many people were even expecting that maybe we will receive 3, 4, or 5 goals, against Ivory Coast. And I think looking at the previous game that Ivory Coast played, I think that's the reason why even warranted, the Gambian coach, to say, wow, I would defend, the game, at least to get a point, against Ivory Coast. But at the end of the day, big giants like Ivory Coast, you can't defend, full 90 minutes, against them. One way or the other, they must, find the net, and that's what really happens.
Sarah, to be honest with you, I, for one, wasn't expecting Gambia to collect 3 points against Africos, because as my colleague Campo says, most of their players are playing a tougher league than ours. And most of their players are experienced and very regular on the teams that they are playing. So, football, you can be fit as a person, but to be fit as a person and to have match fitness, these are completely different. Yeah. So, really, match fitness helps a lot. And Ivory Coast, they were only playing with experience. Because if you listen to the coach pre-match interview, he said they've watched the Gambians' video. They know where they are good at, and they also know their weak points. But he said they respect them as a country and they will play normal football. With that alone, yes, it is easy for you to expose them. But like today, I was really not convinced. The way I see the starting lineup, it seems like the coach was not interested of securing 3 points.
Okay.
His interest based on the fixture was only possibility to secure a point. Based on what and why was he in a hurry or eager to secure that point was $1 million question only, as far as I am concerned. Because you have 10 games on these qualifiers. Now this is from here. Sarah, we are waiting until next year, June. We continue the qualification. And as Campo said, it's not helping our preparation to the AFCON. Considering the group of that we are, we could have used these qualifiers to build a very strong and physical team towards our opponent. Because Ivory Coast, compare them with Senegal. And Senegal is ahead. You are in the same group with them. Ivory Coast, look at what they do today. With this team, we meet with Senegal the same time. If you don't mind, we will hate our team, which is very sad.
All right, which is very sad. Allah just shows, a picture of the, starting 11, of the Gambia. Campo, you've seen Modou Diop, Jacob Mendy, Omar Colley, Buba Sane, Seydi Janko, Noah Sonko, Ibu Adams, Ablai Jallow, Dawda Ngom, Aliou Fadera, Musa Barrow. What's wrong, with the starting 11, of Coach Tom?
No, what we are bringing Noah at the midfield. Noah is not a midfield player. He's just a centre back, sometimes he open at the right back. But bringing him as a holding midfielder, this guy cannot hold the ball. Dawda Ngom was just there defending and malpassing. Also, Ibu Adam is not good with ball control. He's a defensive-minded player. There's only 3 offensive players. This is Ablai Jallow and Aliou Fadera. And these people, they cannot defend. Also, Musa Barrow alone cannot fight. The Ivorians are more physical than him. Jacob, for the first time, but he too struggled because he's not used to defending. He's an offensive player. When you watch his team, he always loves to go forward. But today he cannot go forward. He cannot even have one cross because he was doing my part. But later he was in the game, but he cannot go. This is the first time he's playing with the national team. But the rest have been playing with each other. They should understand each other very, very well. These are the same faces that always come from.
Is it? But looking at the game against Burundi, the coach make let's say changes, to the team.
5 changes.
Yes. Do you believe that he should have just stick with that group of players rather than making 5 changes?
Yeah. In football, they say a losing side, you have to change the formation, maybe to make it maybe 2 or 3 changes. You're gonna maintain a losing team sometimes, but a winning team you should maintain it. But this is a losing side. We understand that he makes sense, but bring Hamza Barry, bring maybe this guy Ibrahim Colley, who has a very good game against Burundi. Bring him also in the midfield, or you bring this guy Baramosi to be at the main striker, like Mercury. He's very tall. He was given tough time to the Ivory when he came in. Yeah, those are the type of tactics that he should do. But he shouldn't do that. He brings 7 defenders to try and draw the game. So this is the break fixer. And this player are not playing regularly. The other player is playing 3rd division. He's not competing in Denmark, I don't know, in Sweden. He hasn't been playing since September. He's not playing regular football currently. Yeah, he's not playing. So I don't know why he did. This is a deliberate thing from Coach Tom. That's why. Yeah. So
you mean Coach Tom deliberate?
Deliberate, yeah, because of like
what
my colleague said back on. Because before the game, this people we all listen to him. He gives respect to Africa, but he said that a draw will be good for this game. He didn't say we are going for win. He said that he didn't know what they are doing. He's going for a point to do good for this game. Is that what they say? We all know that when you lose 3 games in this quarterfinal, you are not going to come and remember, Ghana will visit Africa either in Yaoundé or in Yamoussoukro. They should have Gabon too, home and away. They should have Kenya. The only 3 points that we are going to collect is maybe 6, and that's not important. Yeah, but the main we have other big tax in June, like we should play Gabon and Kenya. Are we going to beat them? And I know Kenya have a very good players too. Okay. Majority of players are playing in the Premier League, some are playing in the East Africa. So things are not going right. As a nation, we want our nation to perform. Football go to 2 things, like you mentioned. You can perform when you lose. There's an improvement for other game coming up. But losing and playing bad football is not an encouragement, it's a discouragement. And Gambia play worse game today than even Burundi. Burundi, at least they were trained, they scored goals, they were holding the ball, but Burundi were more technical than them. But this was the worst Gambia play.
Okay, thank you very much.
Since
this was the worst Gambia played compared to the game against Burundi. Well, we've also seen some comments on the Facebook page. Moduba said the coach just left the big players, that doesn't call him. Saul Campbell Jr. says, I agree with Ibrahima Campo Jata. And then we've seen Idubu says, honestly, we can do better than this, but Tom is our problem. Tom is Gambian problem. So everybody's saying Tom is a Gambian problem. We also seen that is Sidi Kosuno says, hi Campo, it's high time we start selecting our local best players in the national team, because some of these players are not fully fit to play for 90 minutes. You know, GFF has expanded the player selection to 27 from previous limit to 23. All right, he said. Alaji Kinte says, we have a very good players, but our problem is the coach. So everybody is talking about the coach. He should change his tactics. This is West formation Gambia played. The Fuller Princess, I think it's high time for GFF to be dissolved. And the coach, we all know football is win and lose, but this is too much for the Gambian. Haman says Tom should change his defensive philosophy. Bamba Cham says never give up Scorpions. Good luck for next time. Mohammed Guy says even if AFCON we can survive the group if Tom still is the coach of the national team. Hadi Jalo says this is very boring to watch. Deep Toure says this is Warga team. Mohammed Guy says false hopes, right? And then he said, look at the time Hamza Barry comes in the whole game. Why always defending the time that Hamza Barry came in? Well, a lot of comments are coming in. Continue to send in your comments right here on Monday Night Football. As you already know, the program is live, of course, on Star TV. By looking at the formation, looking at the players that they selected, you know, to play against Ivory Coast. At least, you know, 5 changes were made. Jacob coming, you know, to play for the Gambia for the first time. At least one would have said, wow, this team could have get us results.
Sir, that is true. But in most cases, the reason why coaches change, every game has its own approach. Depend on the type of opponent you are to have. Sometimes you meet with physical opponents. You meet opponents whom you know that they are so athletic. But like if you are to make a changes and that changes cannot give you result, I see no reason why you should change. To be honest, Sarah, and I will still emphasize this. You see, anytime Gambia is playing, we are not starting Germano, we are not starting Ibrahim Akoli and having Hamza Bari behind them. It will be difficult for us to be creating fouls or threatening the opponent. Because when it comes to Ibrahim Akoli and Germano, these two players are pacey and they are not scared of going forward. They can go and win you fouls. That set pieces, you can achieve something there. And the likes of Musa Baro, yes, he's one of our toughest strikers who played, and scoring big goals that Gambians are proud of. But he is not a striker who is stagnant. Musa cannot stand and be patient for the ball. He enjoys collecting the ball and coming up. Give Badamosi the chance. He can stand and fight for you. Look at the goals we scored in most cases. Badamosi, if you don't score, he will drop for you. That is the important reason why you should be here. And Hamza, he is a player who you know that no matter how tense a game is, he can control it with his feet. He's intelligent and his size, he can pop in anywhere. I don't know whether it happens. Because Sarah, I was watching the game through the internet. And sometimes I might be in a place whereby my internet is shaking and is booting. Yeah, but I did not see any shot on target for 90 plus 11 minutes.
One corner.
It's very sad. It is a very, very, very bad game. And Tom should understand one thing, Sarah. For this, Gambians will be patient, others will be angry a little. But for the AFCON, Gambians will not be patient in such a game like this.
Absolutely.
All right, that comes to my next question, Campo. We've seen, anytime Gambians criticize, the coach or criticize the tactics, the formation that the team used to play. I think the GFF always, term those people, as enemies. Enemies of progress, because we've seen that on social media, on Facebook, on several times, where people make comments that, well, they criticize not because they are enemies of football or enemies of the GFF, they criticize it because they want something that is, good for the Gambia, all right? And then what happens today, and also what happens in Burundi, that game is not what Gambian expect, it's not what is good for the Gambia. The Gambia, we expect to see, the Gambia continue to rise, as we did in Cameroon. We did wonderful. The hard fact is, let's say the coach did wonders in Cameroon. He qualified us, of course, to the AFCON, and then he qualified us again. He did a wonderful performance, in Ivory Coast, but football is just like a revolution. It changes. And then when football is changing, you also try to change with it, change your tactics, change your formation, and I think that is not what is happening, right now. And then looking at the contract duration, that we gave Tom. Initially, Gambians were really complaining, that 5 years. Tom should not have been given, that long duration of a contract, because at the end of the day, it will end up, harming us. And that's the situation in which we are right now, because if you say right now you're going to sack, Coach Tom, you look at the clauses on the contract, you might pay him a huge amount of money.
Yeah, but in other countries, they will not even care. You can qualify for team for the World Cup, even have your confidence. We see teams, coaches qualifying their national team to the World Cup. They have been sacked, Champions League, on other competitions, even Copa America. We seeing them every sacking because of playing bad football. You also asked me one thing about the federation. Yeah. But the federation also allow the view of the public, because of this is a national step, national team, and it's blown to everyone. Yeah. Even me, I personally, even talk to the authorities, telling them that they have to intervene, because the way Tom is playing is not promising, and it can harm, because of the population always turn to the federation, because they are the one that employ Tom, and they are trying to turn against them, because of they have to tell me, look, this is no style of play we want. Let's go and play out total football. If they are winning, even winning us, we know that they lock us under us. Because football, one team cannot dominate the entire 90 minutes. Sometimes you'll dominate within 20 minutes, then you have to stop again. Your opponent dominate you also. Then you come back. Even Barcelona will not dominate a team 90 minutes without that team no chance. But for us, the way we are playing, we don't even create chances and we don't have chances. So the federation, my advice is let them allow criticism. Criticism help, yeah. But also let them also talk to Tom coach. Like my coach mentioned, the AFCON is coming. Some fans are not going to tolerate Gambia play bad football against Senegal, play against bad football against Africa or Guinea. Manage to have 0 point, God forbid, or manage to have one point. They are not going to take it.
Why can't we have the input of the technical director? You know,
that one. These are the first time.
Yes, exactly.
The time Coach Sandong was the technical director, we see Ibrahim Mane never interfere with the national team. He only interfered with the under 20, under 17 female national team, female under 20, and female under 20.
And is that helping?
It's not helping. The same team tone also. When Sam was technical director, he never interfered with the national team. Yeah, so Coach Tom Hafiz set up that when the team fail, when it's not doing well, they have a committee that assess him. Yeah, saying that this went wrong. If they have to sack him, they will sack him. If they have to,
is the technical director part of it?
The technical director is not.
Then what is the use of a technical director?
No, the technical director is there for development of football because of the youth football is under him. That is Alad Nyasi and your female coordinator.
But we've seen nation. We've seen nation in the past AFCON. You know,
taking their technical directors.
They went with their technical director.
No,
you know,
technical director go with the national
exactly.
team.
Yeah.
But recently it changed when Sandong was there. Yeah. We never see Ibrahim Mane there. Then also he's a technical director now. We never see him with the national team. Even training ground, he don't come there. So best note. But as a journalist, we will ask the authority why the technical director is not interfering with the national team.
But we've seen Ibu Faye there.
Yeah, Ibu Faye is Coach Tom that said that he want Ibu Faye to be in the bench. That's what he said. That he demanded that. Then they give him, he selected his own backup squad. He said he want Ibu Faye to be there as second vice president, head of competition. That's why Ibu Faye is there. So definitely, I'm definitely appealing to the federation. Let them talk to Coach Tom to take this tactic. Government love watching beautiful football. We support some teams. Some people support Arsenal, Manchester United. Some people support Barcelona, Real Madrid. They want to see beautiful football. They used to go to Nevetan games. You don't see team defending. They all play beautiful football. I want Nevetan opening game at Manjari. Team 9-1 and Busura. They are playing beautiful football. I really enjoy that football. They don't know defending. The best way to defend is to attack. But we don't know this type of football, playing a boring football. Even somebody who don't know football say that, today I was in the car. I don't show myself I'm compo. But everybody was complaining. Everybody was complaining. So that's why the federation do.
The whole country is complaining.
That's why the federation said, Tom, look, change your tactic. Even the president of the republic will not be happy today the way Gambia play. Because he's a football fan and he supports Arsenal. He wants to see beautiful football. Even Arsenal is losing. They play wonderful football. Yeah, that's what we know. But football, sometimes the ball will refuse to enter into the net. You will dominate everything, but the ball will refuse to enter in the net. That means that today, luck was on your side. The other side will have one chance and score. But we are not showing that we play total anti-football.
All right, let's look at the statistic on all football. The statistic that they provide is Gambia have 31, possession of the ball, while Ivory Coast have almost about 69%. Of the ball, which is very bad by very bad. Looking at the position, 69 to 31.
Sarah is very true. Yeah. It's indeed. You use a very gentleman word by saying it's very bad. But if there is another word different from the word bad, I think it should be used. The simple fact is, those of us who were watching the game were not blind and we were not myopics to say we don't see what was happening. This is something that was ongoing and people with good view who were following the game were seeing with their eye. It is not about a telephone call that you will call to explain to someone. Or it's not about someone will be sit and they explain to the individual after. This is happening. Gambians are watching. So you cannot mislead everyone to say their opinions are not right. Everyone's opinion should be respected. And if you are holding a public office, you should allow to be criticized. That criticism doesn't mean you are doing bad. It is just to add up on you to redouble your effort. In anything that you see, there are hiccups. Where you feel you are lacking and the public are talking through there, adjust. If the public are giving a tap on your back, be proud that you've achieved something.
Yeah.
But to be honest, how the Gambian fans are being treated when it comes to the national level, it's really unfair. It is totally unacceptable. Let them make sure whatever they are to do, let them consider the fans, let them consider the Gambian population at large. It is very important and it's very significant. Look at, when Pol Pot was here. Tom, yes, he said he go on his scouting mission to check players. He paid his personal air ticket and bills fine. That is a tap on his part, and congratulations for that. But the love he's saying he have for the country, the Gambia, I for one still don't see it, simply because how long can we remember that Tom stayed in the Gambia for 3 months?
And then watch our league.
And watch our league. Yes, our league is not to that level, but thank God, every end of the league, 1 or 2 players will go to European clubs. Pol Pot, you will see him now at time, he will go and sit and watch. Local league, 2nd division, 4th division, he will go and sit and watch. Yes. Sometimes you will see he will call a national team and call 1 or 2 local players. But is Tom doing it? No. Why is Tom not doing it? It's a big question mark.
Exactly. All right. Still now on the tactics, we have 3 shots compared to Ivory Coast. They have 7 shots. If you look at the shots on target, Ivory Coast have 2 shots on target and they scored. Gambia have no shots on target. All right. And then you look at the attacks. Gambia 88, and then Ivory Coast 159 on attack. Dangerous attack, Gambia 31, Ivory Coast 74. Corners 2, and then Ivory Coast 5. Yellow card, well, is 1, and then Ivory Coast also got 2. So this is the statistic between Gambia and Ivory Coast. Look at the attack information that Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast needed this game more than Gambia.
That is never lied. The records never lied, because if you look 159 on attack, Gambia only 31 times. So that's why that we are defending the whole 90 minutes. We are playing schoolboy football that we are playing only two corners. That was a dying minute during the injury time, because of that was a player that was down. That is no goal. So at 11 minutes, that's the time Gambia started playing. It was too late. Like Melcore, it's not always Gambia always sitting back, allowing teams to score you first, then you come back. That will not work. And you said it here. Now football change. Those days, Barcelona were dominating. Now everybody understand their tactics. Then they have to change the formation. They have to change their team. Remedy was dominating for 3 years in a row, but they have to change their formation again. Man City were dominating England, but now teams started knowing their style of play, beating them. So that was Gambia too should try and change. But everybody know Gambia defense. Any coach meeting with Gambia, Malian coach said, he said he know Gambia very well, but he told his players, do not allow Gambia to score you first. Let's go all out and score them. And that's what happened. Africa, we don't put pressure on them on the last minute. They know they want this game. They were just holding the ball. Even if we attack them, they will just hold the ball again. But look at the attack Africa did to us. 159. So that's why I say this is the worst game Gambia played. After against Cameroon was better, but this one was the worst. The worst we play. Even the commentator will say that when we traffic, Gambia is just playing like schoolboy. And he said Africa is just like playing with Gambia, just like they are on train. Because Africa's play, they don't look hungry on us. But for example, Gambia score first.
They play like they are on a train now.
You will see different game. Because they know Gambia come from draw. But the coach Tom said it. He will take 1 point against Africa. That's what it say. So that's why people were expecting Gambia not to win. Starting for the first time in the entire country against this tactic. Everybody, when the fixture was out, as Melcore, everyone was complaining. Facebook, everywhere. So because football, everybody know football now. And our men always speak together and know this thing is not good. When it's good, we say it's good. But when it's not good, we say it's not good. So,
Okay, still now we go back to some of the comments coming on the Facebook page. Agiu Kamdu said, the problem is the coach, he fixed the team. Another one also says, he himself said, they are going to steal a point. So which means he was there for a draw, which is really disgusting according to Hadi Jallo. Bible says, I began to think maybe Tom is making business, against the Gambia. And then Sekou Keba Danse says, in my view, point we need a Gambian coach. With Tom, we can't go through. All right. And then he said, hi Campo, the boys really fought hard. It's not easy, to play this kind of game for 90 minutes, according to Sidiko Suno. Tom definitely needs some tactical adjustment in order to compete in games like this. It's definitely not easy, and I feel it for the boys. Thank you very much. Musa Kaur says, how many new players since the AFCON? Gambia doesn't have a coach. Sidiko Suno also says, GAF has expanded the player selection to 20. Okay, it's the same message again. This one says, even our under 20, play far better football than the senior national team. According to the Fuller Prince, Mohamed Guy said, Tom did not go out for scouting. He went for holidays. Right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, a lot of comments. Aziz Core Junior says, it was a training game for them. All right, they attack and we defend. They give them the ball, to attack again. Yes. Yeah, that's according to Aziz. They will attack and give them what they come. Yeah, he said it was a training game. Yes, right? It's just like they attack and then we defend and then we give them the ball for them to attack again.
Aziz is right.
Yeah.
Yes. He who feels it knows it. Okay. Who make that to happen is Coach Tom. This is, as I said, I will repeat again. This is not a competition that said this game will dictate whether you will qualify to the next stage or not. It is a qualifiers. Why are you going for a point? Where do you base your fact? What will that point give you? Nothing absolutely. Yeah. Go out, because from now, you will not play again until June for this World Cup qualifiers. Why are you scared? You have 10 games to play for these qualifiers. This is the right time you can capitalize and have what you want. And for him, he should know that he have a double agenda. One, at least to try and secure certain good points for the Gambia to this qualifier for the World Cup. And at the same time, his target should now be completely building his team towards the African Cup of Nations. Why? He wasn't having time for this international test games. Now FIFA have given him the opportunity as a coach to play these qualifiers. Make best use of it and jealously guide the opportunity. Failure of which, at the end of the day, you will bite your own finger and you will be held responsible of anything that comes your way.
What happens if the coach happen to have a very poor display in the AFCON? In the coming AFCON Campo, are we going to see the Gambia Football Federation, part way with Coach Tom and then, look for another coach? Or are we always also going to stick, with the coach, believing in his tactics? Because I believe at some corners, the corners of the Gambia Football Federation, they will tell you that he is the best coach. He's the coach, that took Gambia to the AFCON. He's the coach who did wonders at the AFCON. He's the coach that took us back again, at the AFCON. It seems they believe in him. For them, he's a legend. And for them, he did something that no other coach ever did for the Gambia.
Yeah, that's true. He's a legend. Yeah. But at the same time, as I always say, he's a legend, but at the same time, people will remember us. He's the worst coach of Gambia. Why? Because of the tactic that he plays. Under him, Gambia is playing bad football. Although we have more win under him, but also currently we are having more defeat under him. So, God forbid, if Gambia did not perform well in the African Cup of Nations, Gambia is out for order. The entire population will say that don't have to go. Yeah, because for me, I believe we are not going to qualify for the World Cup. That's their half facts. Because Africa is leading us with 6 points. They have to play with the like of Kenya. They have to play the like of Burundi again. So Africans are going to beat all those teams. and Gabon also is there, trying to capitalize on all the
Yeah, Gabon,
we have to meet with Gabon also. So are we going to see a point something like that? But if we don't have a very good AFCON and Gambia did not make it to the round of 16, we are not going to think that he's qualified us to the back to back. Let us forget about that. Is history.
That's history. That's personal.
History. You have to look at the future. Look at Pablo Duarte. He qualified. He qualified Burkina Faso to the African Cup of Nations, but he was sacked. They invited Paul Put. Paul Put was in the team. Then Paul Put took Burkina Faso up to the final, lose against Nigeria. Then the following season, that Burkina Faso never played African Cup of Nations final. The following season, they sit at first round. They sack Paul Put. They don't think that this guy take us to African Cup of Nations final. So look at this guy, the Portuguese coach for Santos. He won the Nation League for Portugal. Then he take Portugal to the he won the Euro to Portugal. But the World Cup, he performed woefully. Morocco beat them. They sacked him. So that doesn't mean I do this, that doesn't mean I'm untouchable. No. Every coach is untouchable. Look at like Del Bosque. They won everything for Real Madrid. They sacked them. Even they win the trophy, they said that they don't happy the way he's playing. Fabio Capello win the Champions League with Real Madrid. That night he was sacked because of playing bad football. So also currently, before Tuchel come to Bayern Munich, that young coach was playing fantastic football. He scored 18 points in the Champions League. He won the Bundesliga. But he was performing badly in the league. Bayern were in the right direction to win the league. But they sacked him, bring Tuchel. So we qualifying us to back to back, that doesn't mean that you can do anything. No way. Okay. But we need the government to have a result performance. But we have a bad AFCON. Even the government or the ministry will even interfere.
Okay. Aziz said maybe one day we will invite Aziz Kaur, send him a link so that he can join us on this platform on Monday night football, of course. He said, this is why I always said that it doesn't matter whether we have test games or not. Tom will always play these players. Why invite Bajo when you know that he is not going to use him? And I think that is a point.
No, we haven't been that always
doing that. Haven't invited
new players.
New players. At the end of the day, they've not been playing for the national team.
Yeah, that's his habit. He will invite a new player. He will never play. It was Jones. Jones played against Guinea-Bissau, but he will invite him. He will not play. Bayo come, and we all know that Bayo is far better than the lack of this guy. Ibu Adams is back of play. Is better than Daudonkom. We all see him performing well in the African Cup of Nations and in the World Cup too in Argentina. He was one of our best players. From there, a club in Slovakia signed him, and he's playing regularly, scoring goals. Currently, he's far better than that. Let him bring 5 players from the other 20, blend them with these players. The team will go. I was saying that if he do that, Ghana will qualify for the World Cup. This young boys beat France. They beat Honduras. They also do it with South Korea. They give hell of money for Uruguay. So bring some of the players, level of Alaïs and other players. They can fit with this. Just blend 6 players. Look at Senegal now are doing that. They bring Lamine Camara, other players, giving them a chance. Why not? But the same old faces. And these players are finished. Some of them, they are last AFCON. Because some are starting losing their position in their clubs. And they are not going. Even the captain said that this is their chance. Because of next African Cup of Nations, majority of them will not be there. Maybe they'll retire. He personally said that. He even said that he don't understand this Gambia national team. When they lose to Burundi, he said he cannot understand, but they sit as a group and explain what went wrong. All right. That's what that he knew. Then something is wrong.
Something is wrong. Senegal is watching. All right. We all know Cameroon is also watching. Guinea-Conakry is also watching. They now know the tactics, that the coach play, and they will continue to monitor, the performance of Gambia, the formation, the tactics, throughout, the process before they face, Gambia in the AFCON. Do you see any chances, with this type of play, with this type of formation? Do you see any chances of us, surviving on our first game against Senegal, surviving against Guinea, surviving against Cameroon. We did beat Guinea, in the AFCON, and then it was a surprise. And this time around, and this time around, Guinean have gone back to the drawing board. If you look at their team selection, it's really very good. All right, and then for them, they have to come and revenge against, Gambia, because it hurts them very much, that a small nation, like Gambia has to, kick Guinea out of the tournament. What's your assessment, of our performance in the AFCON with this type of, play?
Sarah, thank you very much. This is a question that I'll be very pleased to talk about, and which I will be also very happy to talk about. Sarah, there is no hiding. We are not going to do anything good in this group. And I will want Tom to prove me wrong.
Yes.
That's my only interest now as a concerned citizen, for him to prove me wrong. But we cannot match these teams. More especially Senegal. Look at just Africa today, how we struggle. Senegal, to be honest, my playing time, I always enjoy playing with big players against them, simply because I use my size to penetrate them. And we all know that big players, they don't like running. Big players, they don't like small players against them. You look at Koulibaly, for example, today. He's one of the best defenders today. With this, we don't have a striker who is standing between these two defenders to be giving them problem. We are only having strikers going out to come in. Sarah, it will be very hard for us to achieve something against them, because we are neighbors. We know each other very well. But if we don't change our formation of football, it is going to be very, very difficult for us to achieve something. And it is so pathetic. When you mention Guinea, my heart palpitates, in a sense that the Guinean striker is now so far at this moment the toughest African striker in Europe.
And you have 15 goals.
With this lack of concentration on the back line, I am sorry for the team. Unless we tune to our frequency to be concentrating every ball that goes in and out.
All right, and before we go, we just have 5 minutes more just to wrap up. We've seen, comments made by the head coach of Ivory Coast, Jean-Louis Gasson. He said after the game against Gambia, he said, and I quote, "We studied the Gambia closely. All right, the game went exactly as we planned. We were dominant and controlled the game start to finish. We wanted one more goal to confirm the victory, as the Gambia is a team that scores late goals and can cause panic." He said, "We studied the Gambia closely, and the game went exactly as we planned it."
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I was saying. That people teams started studying Gambia last minute goals, always trying to allow your opponent to score. You say you're going to fight last minute. That's not happen all the time. That's what happened today. Even if we are trying to play, but after goes, when we just ended, they will just collect the ball, try to kill the game, try to hold the ball. The ball will not come out from their feet. So try to force us. Sometimes they will have fun, they will lie down. They know the Gambia always come all out. And that's what they did. He bring out all the players out. The lack of Noah Sonko, bringing Daurongom out, bring everybody out. Bringing Alassane Mane, Hamza Bari, Badam Musi, Hassan Cisse, Bambala. Yeah. So Sangam, bring all those players to attack. But it was too late. It's not every day is Monday for you. So it's sad. What the coach says, they know the game plan of the Gambia. They always come out all out. They know the Gambia is coming for defense. The coach says he's going to call up 1 point in this game. 1 point will be enough. So that's why I say this is a deliberate fixture that he did. It is the Gambia, but it was other country.
It backfired on him.
Yeah, he'll be sacked because he deliberately said that he's not going for win. Giving full respect to Africa. Africa before, the last time Africa played with Gambia, they beat Gambia 3-0. That team and this team is totally different. They like Didier Drogba, Yaya Toure, you have Solomon Kalou, you have Seth Toure, you have this guy, that former personal striker, I don't know, Jovingo. You have those type of players. Cannot be compared with our players. But at least we have a lot of players. But this current African, they have just youngsters that are playing in Serie A, Premier League, Hall City Championship, play in France. But they're not that superstar. The only superstar that is there, that is Kessie. And Zaha was not there today. So it's crazy.
But you've heard what the Ivory coach said. They study Gambia. they know the game plan, and you know it was exactly as I predicted.
Yes, he's just repeating what he said on his pre-match interview, because he said that they've watched the videos of the Gambia. If you want to control the Gambia or avoid them playing east, don't allow their midfield flanks to hold the ball, because with those people they can cause panic and create too much of set pieces, and set pieces we all know what it can bring. But the more the coach goes and not bringing those people defensively, Africans will relax because they know the Gambia cannot completely defend them for 90 minutes. And they were just, as I said, they will regroup, arrange the ball, give it back to Africans and defend. You cannot continue defending like that, because football, the more you are defending, the more you are getting angry. And sometimes those anger can mislead you to do things deliberately because you are frustrated. So to be honest, we need help to the national team, and we need another different playing style. If not, we'll be humiliated in the AFCON.
All right, thank you very much, Mbaikor. Thank you very much, Campo, for coming on Monday Night Football right here on Star TV. Viewers, we've come to the end of the program. That's the Monday Night Football. I have my two gentlemen. Yero, of course, traveled. He will join us maybe next Monday right here on Star TV. But we want to say thank you very much to Mbaikor for joining us together with Ibrahima Campo Jata. And also we want to say a big thank you to the technical crew. You know, they've been very wonderful, very patient. As you already know, they did a wonderful, job. And we also want to say a big thank you to those who always, follow us, especially, those on the Facebook page. They've always followed us on the Facebook and then sending their comments right here on Monday Night Football. And those who sit at the comfort zone of their houses, watching Star TV. The program will be back. That's going to be next Monday, inshallah. And then we will be bringing you, a lot of updates on Gambian football, a lot of updates on the international stage. As well as today, we were only concentrating, on the Gambia, because we've played 2 games and then we were defeated. And we will try also to see whether we can get access and then sound the opinion of the coach, if we can have him, on our next Monday Night Football right here on Star TV. Sarah and team, say bye to all of you out there. Keep on sporting. We'll be back. That's going to be next week, inshallah. Good night. Bye-bye.